Hey drummers, I'm Jim Linsner, along with Danusha Beats on video and editing. Welcome to linear fill number 2. Of course, when we talk about linear drumming, we're talking about only playing one drum or cymbal, one limb at a time, no unisons. And really, this is just kind of a fancy name for hand and foot combinations. And usually these combinations are played at blazing tempos, but today we have a linear fill that works really pretty well at a slower tempo, which is cool because it makes it easier. And it also opens the door to some really cool embellishments that might not work at a faster tempo. So more on that later, but first let's just get into linear fill number 2, which is going to be 8 notes long. It's going to go like this: flam, bass, right, left, bass, right, left, bass. One more time. Flam, bass, right, left, bass, right, left, bass. Now, I'm going to play that in a 2-measure phrase, 1.5 measures of a groove, followed by our new 8-note pattern, which is going to be played at 16th note speed, 3E and a, 4E and a. Okay? Here it is, just on the snare drum and bass drum. All right, so once that's feeling comfortable, the next step is to move it around the drums. And as with any linear pattern, there are a zillion different ways to move it around the drums. I'm not going to go through specific orchestrations today, though, because I think you're better off just memorizing the pattern and moving around yourself. Okay? Start with simple things like moving each hand group to a new drum, or playing your right hand on one drum and your left hand on the other drum. But from there, just kind of experiment. And I think you'll find that what you really like, you'll remember, and the stuff that sounds terrible, you'll just throw it away. So anyway, here's an example of linear fill number 2, moved around the drums. All right, now that you have the pattern happening, let's add some embellishments. Specifically, what we're going to do is we're going to add some flams. So now our 8-note pattern is going to go flam, bass, right, right flam, bass, right, right flam, bass. Okay, so we've just added 2 new flams, but it's going to give the fill some more beef. First, I'll play it just on the snare drum. Okay, now let's move that pattern around the kit. Okay, now things are going to get a little interesting. So what I want to do is I want to take that same pattern we just played with the flams, but I want to kind of manipulate the flams a little bit. I want to turn them into what I call fat flams, okay? What we're going to do is, instead of playing a traditional flam, we're going to put a little more space between the 2 notes, and we're going to play the 2 notes at exactly the same volume, or close to the same volume, okay? So what's really happening here is we're playing 2 30-second notes left, right, okay? Check out how cool this makes the pattern sound. All right, now let's move that around the drums. Another way we can embellish this phrase is by playing 3 notes in the space that we played 2. So now our pattern is going to go flam, bass, right, left, bass, right, left, bass. Kind of cool, almost sounds like hairtis. Here it is between the snare drum and bass drum. Now let's move that new pattern around the drum set. All right, that's linear drum fill number 2. Just wanted to mention two things in closing. One, spend some time practicing slow tempos. Your band is going to play slow and fast, so you got to spend some time working on the slow so that you sound good when you do it. We all want to work on the fast, flamboyant stuff, but part of being a musician is being able to play slow as well as fast. Number two, take some time to orchestrate patterns. Learn a pattern, memorize it, orchestrate it 100 different ways. Spend 10, 15 minutes on it, because what's going to happen is you're going to discover something that's going to be uniquely you, and that's really empowering. When you come up with your own drum lick, man, that's the coolest. So anyway, I'm Jim Linsner. Check me out at drumlessonsbuffalo.com. We'll see you next time.